What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Counting Wisdom podcast. Today we're going to be talking about overcoming alcohol addiction and just overcoming the lies about alcohol. If you're out there and you're drinking, I would say if you have any thoughts that you want to stop, you should stop. And we're going to be talking about some ways that you can stop. One of the first ways is to get help, accept that you need help with alcohol. I think for me personally, it was really hard for me to actually see that I needed help with alcohol. I think it was really hard for me to see that it was wrong. And I think I was definitely getting into that play of just society. And society, they don't have a problem with alcohol. But you know what they don't show? On alcohol, when TV shows people drinking alcohol and having a fun time, or you think about going to a party, they don't show afterwards. They don't show the hangover it gives you. They don't show how relationships break apart, how the things that you want in life become so much harder or impossible for you to get because you are dealing with alcohol and it impairs your judgment. So I think one of the real reasons to stop drinking alcohol is to look at the negative things that it does to your body. So alcohol, it impairs and hurts your body. It impairs your judgment. It affects your brain and how you think about things. And your decisions are not going to be the best decisions when you have taken a drink of alcohol. The next thing is it's just unhealthy for you. It's not healthy. There's some people that try to lie and say that it's healthy because, they like it themselves. But the fact of the matter is that it's unhealthy because look at the hangover that it leaves you with. It really just destroys your body and it destroys your brain. So the first thing is to just accept that you need advice for it. You need help with it. I think that when you come to a decision that you want to get help with alcohol, you'll start finding a whole bunch of resources. And that's the second step. The second step is to get into a rehab place, get into a rehab program, start getting the help that these rehabilitation centers offer. There is a small movement that is against alcohol, and it's not small really. It's a big movement, but it's not as big as the people who like alcohol. It's not as big as the sales that they get or the money that they get from alcohol. But it doesn't give you joy. It doesn't give you what you're looking for. If you think that it will improve your relationships, if you think that it will improve the way you are socializing, or it will help you be more intimate with whoever you're trying to be with, if you think it will help you romantically, if you think that it will improve your life, it's like that go-to drug that is like gonna just be a miracle worker for your life. It's not that. And it's in the Bible. The Bible only describes drinking alcohol for a stomach issue, if you have a legit stomach problem, or that if you're dying. Those are the only two times that the Bible talks about alcohol, but that was way back when. These days, there's real medicine that you can get for any of those. If you think you're dying, they don't give you alcohol when you go to a hospital these days. Now, maybe on some old TV show back in the day, you could see how, alcohol was used to reduce pain or to put it on an actual open wound. But you have to believe that alcohol is actually doing you harm in your life, and it's not getting to you. It's not getting you where you want to go. But also the real reason is sin. And if you don't believe in Jesus, then it your life is just doesn't have the same meaning that it should. You have to be living the way that God wants you to live. So the first step is to accept that you need help and you want to, uh, change. And the second step is to find a resource. There are some great places that you can get help from. I would just Google alcohol addiction rehabilitation centers. The Salvation Army has a program that you can go through. You can talk with someone through the Salvation Army. There's hotlines that you can call that will connect you with alcohol addiction people that will help you with your addiction. Now, you may not realize that you're addicted. You may think that you are just drinking alcohol because you want to, but it's a real addiction. And there's classes that you can take. You can go on Udemy. I took a class on Udemy by Denise Roberts, and it was really good. It talked about just how to overcome addiction. She's an addictions counselor. Again, that was on Udemy. The website UDEMY Udemy.com. And if you type in Denise Roberts, you should come up with a whole bunch of different classes that she does on addiction. And I really recommend that course. And so the thing to do is just connect yourself with resources. I would say get counseling. There may be a bigger issue that you are dealing with. The reason why there's some people that drink alcohol and it's just a normal part of their life. They're not necessarily addicted to alcohol, but they just drink it occasionally. But you might be drinking in a way that you're trying to actually self-medicate, like you're trying to forget something, you're trying to ease some of your emotional pain or physical pain. And I'm trying to tell you that, there are resources out there where you can actually talk to someone about some of the pain that you're dealing with, because you might be dealing with some sort of issue that is deeper than just an alcohol addiction. And I recommend the app BetterHelp. BetterHelp is a counseling service where you can get connected to a counselor that is certified, trained, and you can even get connected to a Christian counselor. They even have another app that is through BetterHelp, but it's a Christian counseling service. I don't know the name of that one. I'm sure if you Google it, you'll be able to find it for either Android or Apple. But so I would say the third thing after you get resources, I would say to get counseling. Definitely connect with a counselor and try to address the deeper issue that you are dealing with. Because I think when you come to a decision that you don't want to drink alcohol, I think that is game changing. I think for me, I never really came to a decision that I didn't want to drink alcohol. Like, I knew that alcohol was the problem, but I don't think I ever really came to a decision that, this is not good for me. And so you might be like that too. And so I would say the third step is getting counseling. And then the fourth step would be to join a small group or a group that is centered on overcoming addiction. I recommend Celebrate Recovery. but also Alcoholics Anonymous. Alcoholics Anonymous is good. It has a bit of a spiritual side to it. It's not necessarily Christian. If you feel like you want more of a Christian atmosphere, then I recommend Celebrate Recovery. And then keep going to those. I think that it is true what they say, that if you stop going, it reduces your chances of overcoming the addiction. And I feel like that was true for me. When I stopped really hearing about, how I should be going to, get help with it, then I think I really just declined in my thoughts towards not drinking alcohol. And so I think the fifth step, is to learn why alcohol is bad for you. I think that when you really start to get educated about why alcohol is bad and why you should not be drinking it, then I think that you will really come to a great revelation for you. But I hope this was helpful for you. There's other videos that you can watch on YouTube that are really good, overcoming addiction. But I wanted to add in just these points that what I wasn't told was that I think really trying to come to a realization that you need help and you don't want to drink alcohol, I think is the big step. I think if you think that you still can drink alcohol a little bit, then you'll be struggling with it. But I don't want to speak that over you, but I'm just saying I don't know you is what I mean to say. I don't really know you, but yeah. So I hope this video was helpful. This podcast. And, you can leave a comment, see what has worked for you to overcome alcohol. And thank you so much. And remember to count wisdom. Bye.